Time to get Big Bullet onto the trailer. So before it goes on the trailer, something I wanted to do, one of the boys spotted this on our last run, but this here needs a bit of a notch out of it as it's bottoming out on the wrap bar frame. That should give me a bit more give. I'm also going to re-bush and re-collar the bottom of the rear shocks. There's a lot of play there and I do feel it. So that's before and that's after, there's no play. And I put a new bolt in too. Alright, so we've got Bullet ready to put on the trailer. Now normally I put the sway bar on when I'm towing big weights, but we found a big problem under here. On that last run, it looks like we've corkscrewed that tail shaft. It's pretty bad. I did have a quick look under it after I come off the top of that hill, and I just assumed that the wobble I had at a particular speed was the weights on the wheel. I'd stripped them off the edge of the Sunraiser wheel. That tells me another story. It's the last thing we need. We're about to load the truck up. Now I do have another shaft, but it's buried in behind the 4Runner. Now that took an hour to get the cars in and out and go through the back storage area. We found it. I painted it blue. I actually thought that was Bullet Truck's spare at one point when I stuck my head around there, but I remember I painted it blue when I got it. I got that about a year or so ago, thinking I might need it one day. So the cruiser's nice and healthy again. Sway bar's in, and the time we had allocated to put these beautiful springs under the Hilux, I've had to use on replacing a tail shaft. Okay, so we're going to have to abort trying to get it on the trailer today. We've just run out of time. Wow, the weather's turned it on at our second attempt at getting the Bullet on. After the tail shaft find, we ran out of time to get it on. Gonna get a wet bum. What a mission of a week it's been to try and get this truck organised and on a trailer. Every time I've allocated 40 minutes to come and do it. First time the 79, had issues with the tail shaft. Second time the trailer brakes had locked on. The third time, Bullet Truck didn't start, so I had to switch batteries. So I had a pretty long list of things to fix on Bullet Truck before we headed away. But I've had nothing. All the time's been eaten up with maintenance and fixing. So we're just going to have to wing it. I did tighten up the steering box on it, but only because I felt going on the trailer that there was a lot more free play. Just on 3:30, we got away all good. Just about to head into the tunnel. There's no rain. Visibility 0. Welcome to the foot of the mountains. We'll juice up the Bullet in air and do a once-over check on all the gear. Every time I tow with this car, I love it even more, or remember why I love it so much. It tows so beautifully. So we've checked all the bolts on the tail shaft, they're all good. And while we were here with the light, and I'm running a touch early, we nipped up the drag link ends. So hopefully the steering's a little bit more responsive. We've basically just locked our hubs and aired down, and we're introduced to this straight away. What a lush day it is out here. We've got the 80 trip leader taking on this off-camber climb. Eats it. Hizuke's going to take the same line. Nice. Front diff, Brian. So between the three drivers here, we've got nearly 150 years on this planet between the three of us, and there'd be 70 years of experience of four-wheel driving anyway. But it only takes a wet rock. It's going to be numbers, I think. Whoa, tree! I was just saying how there's 150 years of life in the three drivers and over 70 years of experience. You nearly hit a tree.
Are we up or down?
You're up? Oh no, he knew he was missing that tree all day long. Apologies. Bit slippery. Did that top bit easy. Oh, wheelbase, ate that. Bit of momentum, gets the big girl up easy. So this section here, there's just choices upon choices of different climbs. So Mark's next, he's going to choose his own little adventure. They all look easy, but just seeing Brian have a bit of a slip there, it is loose. So Mark and I are both going to go this one. We feel there's a decent sized ledge at the top. Yeah, it is a decent sized ledge. Warm them up. Nice. Watch that pinion. Yeah, baby. That concludes part one. Just a bit of a taster, really. We haven't even got 500 meters into this track. Brian, Mark and myself do find ourselves in a bit of a pickle here and there coming up. So please stay tuned for the next episode. And once again, thanks for watching.